It's been 2 days since Suella Braverman's trip to Rwanda, and the mainstream media, as well as social media trolls, continue to be triggered and offended. Why? Because of a joke and chit chat she made with the representatives from Rwanda. Absolute chaos. So let's talk about this quickly because we already covered Suella's trip to Rwanda as part of the PR exercise, but also to make sure everything's sorted, all the housing. Look at these places look amazing, by the way. The interior of these apartments and houses. And again, because of this, Suella decided to have a chat with all the people there and also the workers, say thank you and say, in a very classic British chit chat, she was saying, well, the interior designer must be very good. Maybe they could give me some advice from my own home in the UK. And the media started saying, well, Suella jokes that she could use interior designer behind the Rwanda migrant homes, and others were like offended, saying, well, how dare she? If she wants it, she should move there, and the usual nonsense. But let's go to the video that we have of the actual chit chat. It's a classic British thing to do.
Brilliant, thank you very much.
Lovely to see you. I'm very much like the interior designer, or the interior design of these buildings. They're just fantastic. I was saying these houses are really beautiful, and I think they're high quality, they're welcoming, and I quite like your interior designer. I need some advice.
Apparently that was outrageous. I needed some advice. Why? Why are we being offended on every single thing that happens around us? Why do you allow words to hurt you? And also, it's got nothing to do with you. If you're like some left-wing troll on Twitter, for example, you don't have to respond to everything you see on Twitter. You don't have to. You don't have to be offended on behalf of others every single time you see something on the internet or on TV. Just calm down, get on with your life. Sort out your own problems in your own families and just live your life. Simple. But apparently that's not good enough for a lot of people because they have to signal that they are virtuous. That's the reality. Let's go to some of the examples that we've got on Twitter simply because of this video and the comments that Suella made. It wasn't even offensive, for God's sake. Anyway, one comment said, well, let's ship her, as in Suella, to Rwanda then. I mean, why is it always a go-to argument for people on the left? They just want to send people away. Every single time you say something they don't like, well, we should just deport you somewhere else. That's the reality. People on the left need to stop saying this. It's just really lazy now. Another comment said, again, similar thing. She should move there. They're obsessed, absolutely obsessed with trying to send people away. Anyway, another comment said, oh my God, this is bad. This Fed guy, whatever his name is. I wonder if Himmler, why do you have to bring in Himmler into this? If Himmler made the same comments when he visited the concentration camps. Really? I mean, did we not learn anything from the Gary Lineker fiasco? This is the problem, by the way. When you have someone like Gary Lineker, it's the same thing with Angela Rayner. Remember Angela Rayner a couple of years ago when she went around and said, well, insulted people who are not Labour, basically. Anyone who's Conservative or Tory, and calling them scum or whatever, that kind of creates a bit of a domino effect on all the others on the political left, saying, okay, if Angela says it, then I can go and start attacking people who are not socialists. Same thing with Gary Lineker. Because he essentially succeeded and he defeated the BBC because the BBC messed up their own guidelines. Now, everyone, since the Gary Lineker scandal, anytime they lose an argument, the political left, they just bring up Germany and Himmler and all the others. Like, oh, it's just getting way too lazy. There are so many angles you could focus on. When it comes to the Tory government, when it comes to this cabinet, this prime minister, anything, all the institutions, there are so many ways you can actually criticize them and attack them and expose them and show how stupid they are. If you focus on the technicalities, on actual policy decisions, on real nonsense, not really this sort of stuff. Same thing with when Trump was president, the CNN and the liberals and the US Democrats, they kept trying to throw mud at Trump based on gossip politics or his personality. You can't throw mud at mud. If they have focused on scrutinizing his policies or like the way the governance of the country was going on, you could always find flaws in any president and any prime minister. Focus on the real problems, and you can actually legitimately bring down these people. And even as in if you don't like that person, that political leader, is on a different political spectrum. You can't really do this. It doesn't work. There's always a backlash. Anyway, we are where we are. We have so many other news updates for you guys throughout the day. We're going to give you the latest on ULEZ, the ultra low emission zones, as well as the SNP's leadership election and many other issues that the mainstream media today are ignoring. The best thing you can do is subscribe to the channel. I'm Mahyar Tousi, and we are the media.